Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So I just got finished completing Act 5.2, Quest 6. I beat the Collector, but I am a little bit upset because apparently the iOS recorder will not tell you until it's too late that your space has run out. So what happened is that after every few fights I would stop the recorder so that it would save, but the last fight with the Collector and I believe a few fights before that, when I went to stop that, it gave me a message saying that the storage capacity was full and offered me to do something about it, and I went ahead and emptied the recycle bin or whatever. I didn't realize that they were keeping that there, and when I went to look for the footage, it was not there. So I am assuming that it did not save it because I cannot find it anywhere. So that footage is lost forever. But I did have this footage, so I wanted to show you guys just a little bit. Mostly it's the same fight as the previous chapter. You're dealing with Bane. It's the same thing. So if you've seen that video, all of these fights will be familiar. I didn't do that well on some of the fights with the Bane transfer. Got wrecked a couple of times. But eventually I did get to the Collector. Now, that Collector fight is a bunch of BS. Oh my goodness, I was pissed when I got done with that fight. The MVP for my team was OG Daredevil. He did the best against the Collector for me. I had also brought my OG Vision, thinking that that also would be a good option, and perhaps in someone else's hands it would be. I did okay with him, but not as good as I did with Daredevil. So from that point on, I started using OG Daredevil and just reviving and attacking. I think the highest combo I ever got was around 34, and I made it up to about 32 to 34 several times during the fight. My OG Daredevil is only rank 4, so I'm sure I would have gotten him down a little bit faster if my Daredevil had been higher level. Or if I had 5-star rank 4, perhaps a Hulk, oh my goodness, that would have been a much easier fight. But for what I had, it was a pain. I did not use any units, but I had a pretty good amount of revives and health in my stash. I also opened up about 100 free crystals just because I wanted to save some. I still have some level 1 revives left. At one point I started using the level 2s, and I used all 15 of the level 2s that I had. I stopped healing all the way up with my Daredevil, and when I used the level 2s, I didn't use a health potion. When I started using level 1s, I would use maybe 1 or 2, try to get him to about a third or so, just so he could take some of that block damage that I was going to inevitably take. And I was getting him down pretty well, and when he got to about 34k, he started doing some crazy stuff. I would hit him and he would instantly regen. I mean, there were about 5 attempts in a row where I hit him and he got a regen instantly. I got the degen on him, but that regen, when all was said and done, it did not change his health at all. I kept looking and it was staying there at 34k for a while. But eventually he stopped doing that and I was able to get him down, and I really wish I had that footage for you guys. Some of it was really BS because when he wasn't regenning, he was going unstoppable, and that would piss me off so bad. because he would do that right when the Bane was about to transfer. So I would rush in to try to, get a hit, and he'd go unstoppable and clobber me. And oh my goodness, I'm surprised my phone survived. But eventually I did get him down. The second to the last attempt was funny. I really wanted to show you guys that one because he did just that. He had about 1k health left. So I went in and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, stun him. If he, hits that tenacity, I'll just wait. But eventually I'm gonna get him, and that degen is gonna take him out. So I hit him, stunned him, went in to hit, and he went unstoppable right after he got the tenacity and clobbered me. I didn't even get a chance to hit him. But I was able to down him the second one with just like 1 or 2 hits. So the collector is done. I don't think I will be trying to 100% that anytime soon. I think I want to go back in there when I have a 5-star rank 4, perhaps a Hulk or somebody that can dish out a lot of damage, because the only reason that I use so many revives is because my guys just were not putting out as much damage. Now I boosted, and I also switched out of my suicides. I don't know if that was a bad choice or not, but I switched out of the suicides and got courage. Now that may have caused me to have to use more resources. I don't know. But it seems like with this particular fight, you're gonna die. So all you're trying to do is get as much damage done in a short period of time as you can. So suicides probably would have saved me some of my resources. But again, I didn't have to touch any of my units because I had this stash, and I'll get the stash back, so it's not a big deal. But if you are planning on doing that, that's just something to keep in mind, that you want to do as much damage as quickly as you can. And if you don't have an OG Daredevil, go with Vision. If you don't have a Vision, go with Hulk. You can go with Captain Marvel. Just know that as soon as he gets his special one, chances are you're gonna die. If you have somebody that can stun him, just understand that that's not going to work very long at all. He has that tenacity, he'll shrug it off, and eventually it won't even work. So just be prepared to die a lot, revive a lot, but you can save yourself some, I think, if you turned on suicides, if you have them. If you don't, just go in there. In fact, even if you do have suicides, go in there with a high damage champion or an OG Daredevil, because he worked pretty well. Just have him ranked up to 5. Alright, so that's gonna do it. You guys can enjoy the rest of this, or you can stop it here. Like I said, it's incomplete, so I don't have the collector fight. The rest of the fights are pretty much the same as 5.2.5, and at the very end I did get a screenshot. I'm happy I did that and didn't rely on the recording to take a screenshot afterwards. So I do have that, and I put that in there so you could at least see the completion and the rewards that I got. Alright, so you guys are seeing me get wrecked by old man Logan. You see that? I don't even know why they let him do that. I was already knocked out. That was dirty. But anyway, that happened because, again, the problem with Bane and me is that it takes my attention. So I'm not paying attention to everything that I need to, and I'm sitting there watching that Bane counter. So I didn't notice that he was about to hit his L3. So that came as a complete surprise to me, let me tell you. But I went in with my OG Vision and finished him off. So for this fight, I went with old tried and true Archangel. And as you'll see, Archangel didn't have any problem with Dr. Vlad. So unfortunately, this is going to be the last fight for this video. This is all the footage that I have, and I'm still kind of upset about that. But anyway, Yondu is a little tricky to fight. As you can see there, he wrecked me pretty hard, and I don't have his animations down quite right, and I do need to practice against him a little bit more. But I found my rhythm, and I did much better towards the end of this fight. And since I don't have a collector kill to show you, I at least showed you the email that I got for becoming uncollected and the title, so you guys can take a look at the email. So if you like the video, please consider clicking like. If you have not subscribed already, please consider giving me a subscription. Leave a comment below, let me know what you thought about the video. And you guys have a blessed day.